Hello, I'm Randy Wright. I'm the chaplain at Park Point Village in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I love browsing around in music stores looking at new guitars. There is nothing like the cedar-like smell of a brand new one. If I'd spent as much time practicing as I have been looking at new guitars, I'd be a much better player. Once I was in a local music store looking at and strumming a brand new guitar. The salesperson and I fell into conversation. We agreed that a fine instrument only gets better with age because the wood cures and it mellows out real well and the tone just gets richer and better. Then the salesperson told me something I'd never heard before. He said that if you took a new guitar and leaned it next to a stereo speaker with the sound hole facing the speaker, the wood would cure and mellow out much better because all of the vibrations of the music would affect the new and aging wood. Well, I never heard that before. It could be just an old guitar player's tale, but it does make sense. The vibrations of the sound coming from the speaker just might have something to do with how the wood of the guitar begins to age. It occurs to me that if we leaned a person new in faith up next to an older or wiser person who vibrates with the love of God, the new believer would grow much better. There are some believers whose faith just seem mellow and rich and vibrant. So why not lean up against them and listen and learn? I think the popular way to say it is mentoring. Against whom are you leaning? Against whom have you leaned? I ask myself that question sometimes. Is there someone you could spend time with to help you become mellower or stronger in your faith? I think of the many from my past who have let me lean on and learn from them. The communal nature of my faith and the church gives me the opportunity to lean on many wiser and more mature believers. I also wonder about those who might lean on me. Am I strong enough to hold them up? Am I the kind of person others might want to learn from or grow by? There have been some humbling and holy times in my life when another has leaned on me. The refrain of a great old hymn says it well. Leaning, leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning, leaning, leaning on the everlasting arms. I suppose we could all use some eternity to lean on. There are some everlasting truths that will prop us up when we're tempted or discouraged or feeling weak. The psalmist speaks about leaning upon the Lord in his 71st poem. Be to me a rock of refuge, a strong fortress to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. For you, O Lord, are my hope and my trust. O Lord, from my youth, upon you I have learned from my birth. It was you who took me from my mother's womb. My praise is continually of you. So whether it's aging guitars or maturing persons of faith, the early influence of vibrant sounds helps make us good music as we walk our journeys of faith.